Hi everybody, and welcome to the video book club for this week. I'm getting ready for vacation, looking forward to that immensely, and I'm thinking about what am I going to read on my summer vacation. I've got some things picked out. I just finished a book that you might want to consider if you like action, adventure, intrigue, and prefer that it all be based in real life stuff, then you might like this book. It's called Operation Mincemeat. I read it on my iPad a few weeks ago. It's out this year by Ben McIntyre. The subtitle, How a Dead Man and a Bizarre Plan Fooled the Nazis and Assured Allied Victory. The fellow in the cover there is Ewan Montague. He was a captain in the Royal Navy intelligence section, and he cooked up this plan to deceive the Germans about where the British and the Allies were going to land in Europe in 1943 after the campaign in North Africa. And he wanted them to think that we were landing in Greece, or the Allies were landing in Greece, when the plan, of course, was to land in Sicily. And the way that he deceived them was to come up with an idea of literally, this is a little gross, so stick with me, floating a dead body onto the coast of Spain, dressed as a Royal Marine, the dead body, stuffed with fake documents indicating that this guy was a courier and was taking the battle plans from one general to the next about the invasion of Greece. And the Germans, through different intelligence, nefarious relationships and so forth, got wind of this. The Spaniards turned over the documents to the German intelligence service, got back to Berlin. The Germans moved all their resources, and a very successful invasion of Sicily resulted from Montague's plan. Any leadership connection to this? Well, yeah, sure. There's a lot of leadership in any operation like that. 3 or 4 things stood out for me. Ingenuity. I mean, it was an amazingly creative idea. 2, innovation. They had to come up with a lot of stuff that hadn't been invented yet to make this scheme work, including relying on the folks in Q section of British intelligence to come up with a device to land the body on shore. Now, who else was Montague serving with in this period? Well, one person was Ian Fleming, the creator of James Bond, the novels and then the movies. And if you think about your Bond lore, there is a Q in the Bond novels who invents the cool cars and all the watches with magnetic fields and all those things that Bond uses. Well, Ian Fleming's early Bond novels were very much based on his experience in the same unit that Montague served in. So art imitates life in many ways. Ingenuity, collaboration was a big factor in this. A lot of private and public entities that Montague had to bring together to make it all happen. And finally, I think a real characteristic of leadership that's often overlooked is persistence. There were a lot of skeptics for Montague's plan, and he kept it going, kept pushing and pushing and pushing until he finally got Churchill to approve it. And the rest, as they say, figuratively and literally in this case, was history. So it's a fun read. It reads like a novel. If you are a fan of the Brits, as I am, it's a very British book. And in terms of some of the characters, they really need to be in a movie. And a matter of fact, they were. It was called The Man Who Never Was. But this book, Operation Mincemeat, details all of that. It's a lot of fun. It's a great beach read, and I encourage you to take a look at it this summer. I'd love to hear what you're reading. Let me know what your summer reading plans are, and hope you have a good one, a good read. And in the meantime, we'll see you next week on the Video Book Club.